Hello everyone, good morning to one and all. Dear students, I am Satyaranjan Nag from Kendriya Vidyalaya Bhanjanagar. Dear friends, today we are going to read a lesson from your economics class 10 chapter 3 money and credit. Here in this lesson we will try to understand what is the role of money and credit in our day to day life, and at the same time we will try to understand what is the importance of your money in exchanging the goods and services, and at the same time what is the role of credit in our day to day life. So here in this lesson we will discover both the things. Okay, so let's start. So hello friends, as you can see the lesson over here, money and credit. So as you know, money and credit is the important while studying the economics nowadays. So money and credit are the two most commonly used terms in economics and are quite literally the basis of the entire study. So how it is important nowadays to study about economics, we will try to find out here. Then meaning of money and credit. In this lesson we will see that what is meaning of money and credit. The first being money. Money is, as I told you, money is a medium of exchange that enables the user make transaction and buy goods and avail services. Through money we can exchange the different kind of goods around us, and we can also avail the service. We can get the different services through money. So it is called money. Money is the medium of exchange, okay, through which we can exchange the any type of goods and services. And credit is the money borrowed from a bank or lender based on the promise that the money will be paid back in the future along with interest. And what is credit? Credit means a kind of term in which you will get the services and goods in advance on a promise that you will pay the money in later debt. Okay, so this is about money and credit. Now we will see about money as a medium of exchange. So how it is important, money as a medium of exchange? Importance of the money, how it is important in our day to day life, how money is helping us in the day to day life. Suppose you want to buy any goods and services in your day to day life, then you want money for the exchange. Then evolution of money, we will try to understand here evolution of money. Then about the system of barter system, the kind of exchange of goods and services in the earlier time. Then double coincidence of wants, so this shall be our learning objectives. Then money as an intermediate to exchange goods and services. So these are all our learning goals in this lesson. Then let's move ahead. Money as a medium of exchange. So as I was telling you, money acts as an intermediate in the exchange process. It works as a middle things, right? Intermediate in the exchange of different goods and services. A person holding money can easily exchange it for any sort of commodity or goods, right, and services that he or she might want. So if you have money, then you can buy anything around you, you can avail any sort of services around you. Okay, then we will see next barter system. So what is a barter system? In the ancient time, barter system was very important. Now what was happening in this kind of system? Now suppose I have some money, suppose I have a kind of goods, I have wheat and you have milk. Then what was happening? Suppose if I want money, if I want milk, then I would have to given my wheat, right? तो ये काम होता था, जब मेरे को मिल्क चाहिए था तो मैं क्या करता था ना, व्हीट देना पड़ता था. सो दिस वाज द काइंड ऑफ सिस्टम इन विच ना गुड्स एंड सर्विसेज आर बीइंग एक्सचेंज. ओके, इसमें गुड्स एंड सर्विसेज आर बीइंग एक्सचेंज. ए बार्टर सिस्टम इज एन ओल्ड मेथड ऑफ एक्सचेंज. दिस सिस्टम हैज बीन यूज्ड फॉर सेंचुरीज एंड लॉन्ग बिफोर द मनी वाज इन्वेंटेड, लॉन्ग बिफोर द मनी कुड बी कम ऑफ. People exchange goods and services for other services and goods in return. The value of barter items can be negotiated with other party. The value of bartering items can be negotiated with other party. So it was a kind of barter system in which goods and services were being exchanged. So this is the system, this picture depict you about the kind of exchange taking place between the two person. Okay, this person A, this person B is giving in return of something else. Okay, कुछ अलग चीज़ के बदले में ये कुछ दे रहा है. तो you can see easily. So this is our barter system. This is also some, if you want milk then you will have to give whatever with you, right? So this is called barter system. The system can easily explain you that what is the role of barter system in the ancient time. So what was the problem about the barter system? So it was a very big problem in the barter system, that the situation in which both the parties have to agree to buy and sell each other commodities is called double coincidence of wants. So there was a problem of double coincidence of wants in the earlier time. Suppose I don't want milk, okay, but I have wheat. If that person wants wheat, but I don't want milk, then this kind of problem was happening, double coincidence. The situation of double coincidence was occurring in the ancient time. So here is another example. The shoemaker wants to buy wheat and the farmer wants to buy shoes. Then they both can exchange their commodities. ये तो ठीक है, डबल कोइंसिडेंट में हो जाता था. अगर इसको शूज चाहिए और इसको मिल्क चाहिए तो ये दोनों साइड में हो जाता था. लेकिन जब वो दोनों को नहीं चाहते थे, दैट टाइम दैट वाज ए डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ प्रॉब्लम अराइजिंग. डबल कोइंसिडेंस ऑफ वांट्स इज एन एसेंशियल फीचर इन द बार्टर सिस्टम वेयर गुड्स आर डायरेक्टली एक्सचेंज विद द यूज ऑफ मनी विदाउट यूज ऑफ मनी. बट ऑन द अदर हैंड, इन एन इकोनॉमी वेयर मनी इज इन यूज, मनी by providing the crucial intermediate steps eliminates the need of double coincidence of wants. So nowadays what is happening, because of the prevalence of money in our society, we don't have this kind of problem right now. Okay, but earlier what was happening, there was no money, so therefore people had to suffer a lot. Then modern forms of money. What is the nature of the modern form of money? How can we are getting money in different forms? So the first one being older form of money, as you know, older form of money, kaudi, right, cattle, cow, this kind of things were being used as money. These were used as a medium of exchange. Cattle ये सारे money के हिसाब से use होते थे. Money or currency is used in today. Right now we are using both money and different kind of currency. Money or currency is in use in the form of paper notes, right? Paper notes, currencies. These all are the examples of what? Your present day money. Present day के money की example है. And besides the demand drafts, checks, these are all also part of money. Then modern money used in earlier times, that as I was telling you right now, in the early ages Indian used grains and cattle as money. Therefore came the use of metallic coins, gold, silver, ये भी आने लगा था. A phase which continued well into the last century. Now the modern forms of money include currency, paper notes and coins. This is what I told you. The modern forms of money, currency and deposits are closely linked to the working of modern system of banking. So now let's know about the banking system as well. The banking system played a very, very vital role in organizing or functioning the money and credit. So Reserve Bank of India is the apex authority in maintaining the monetary affairs of the country. In India, the Reserve Bank of India issues currency notes on behalf of the central government. No other individual or organization is allowed to issue currency. No other organization except RBI is authorized to issue currencies. The rupee is widely accepted as a medium of exchange in India. Okay, this RBI issue different kind of currency on behalf of the central government. So the Reserve Bank of India is the apex authority to decide the monetary policy of the country, right? So money we could know about Reserve Bank of India. Then besides, another form of money is your deposits in the bank. The other form in which people hold money is deposits with the banks. So you have different kind of deposits. You have your fixed deposit, you have your recurring deposits, RD, है ना? So people deposit their extra cash with the banks by opening a bank account in their name, banks accept the deposit and also pay an amount as an interest एंड ऑल्सो पे एन अमाउंट एज एन इंटरेस्ट. आप जितना पैसा रखोगे ना बैंक क्या करेगा, कुछ इंटरेस्ट भी आपको देता है. तो ये भी एक मनी का एक फॉर्म होता है. द डिपॉजिट्स इन द बैंक अकाउंट्स कैन बी विदड्रॉ ऑन द डिमांड, देयरफॉर दीज आर कॉल्ड डिमांड डिपॉजिट. इसलिए इसका नाम हो जाता है डिमांड डिपॉजिट. आप जो बैंक में पैसा रखते हैं, आप किसी भी टाइम में डिमांड करने से वो बैंक आपको देता है, इसलिए इसका नाम है आपका ना डिमांड डिपॉजिट्स. देन अनदर फॉर्म इज आपके चेक. A check is a paper instructing the bank to pay a specific amount from a person's account to the person in whose name the check has been issued. Suppose you have sometime bank also give different kind of check to if you are having any account in the bank, then they will give a check, and if you write the name of A or B or C, then the bank will pay the money on behalf of your account. तो ये है चेक का मनी होता है. देयर आफ्टर वी विल सी मूव अहेड. ओके, सो दिस इज अ डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ मनी वी आर सीइंग. एज यू कैन सी हियर, चेक्स, डिमांड ड्राफ्ट, इंडियन पोस्टल ऑर्डर. दिस इज नॉट देयर इन योर चैप्टर बट आई हैव टू से हियर व्हाट ना चेक, डिमांड ड्राफ्ट, इंडियन पोस्टल ऑर्डर, करेंसी. ओके, these all are the part of your money. This is what you can see here. Then loan activities of the bank. Loan activities of the, now this is the form of credit that we know about. The credit means this kind of a kind of loan. Okay, suppose whenever you are getting any kind of service and goods, that on a promise that you will pay the payment in the next time, that is called your credit. Okay, when you are provided with goods and services on a promise to pay दी मनी एट ए लेटर डेट, दैट इज कॉल्ड क्रेडिट. इसके बारे में पहले से बताया था. तो लोन एक्टिविटीज इज पार्ट ऑफ क्रेडिट सिस्टम. लोन एक्टिविटीज ऑफ द बैंक. कैसे लोन एक्टिविटीज होता है देखते हैं. बैंक्स कीप ओनली ए स्मॉल प्रोपोर्शन ऑफ देयर डिपॉजिट एट केस विद देमसेल्फ. दीज डेज बैंक्स इन इंडिया होल्ड अबाउट 15% ऑफ देयर डिपॉजिट्स एज केस. इतना ही केस डिपॉजिट रखते हैं, सिर्फ 15% रखते हैं, और बाकी सारे लोन एक्टिविटीज़ कराते हैं. राइट, लोन एक्टिविटीज़ कराते हैं, 15% साथ में रखते हैं टू मीट द डे टू डे एक्सपेंसेस ऑफ द कस्टमर. कस्टमर को 15% रखना पड़ेगा क्योंकि बहुत सारे लोग बैंक जाते हैं पैसा लेने. राइट, तो रेगुलर एक्सपेंसेस के लिए वो 15% रखते हैं, बाकी सारे लोन एक्टिविटीज़ में लगा लेते हैं ताकि वो लोग को भी पैसा मिल जाएगा, ताकि वो लोग भी कुछ इंटरेस्ट से लाएंगे. आपसे वो आपको 5% देंगे आप अगर बैंक अकाउंट में पैसा रखेंगे तो, और लोन कितना चार्ज करेंगे, 12%, 13%. सो द इंटरेस्ट, द डिफरेंस बिटवीन द इंटरेस्ट ऑफ giving a loan to the customers and keeping the deposits of the customers is their income. Okay, so banks keep only a small proportion of their deposits as case with themselves. These days banks in India hold about 15% of their deposit at case. This is kept as a provision to pay the depositors who might come to withdraw money from the bank on any given day, as I was telling you. Banks use the major proportion of deposits to extend loans. There is a huge demand for loans for various activities. Banks charge a higher rate on the loans than what they offer on deposits. Okay, when they give 5% to the deposits, whereas they charges 12%, 14% to the loan. So the difference between what is charged from the borrowers and what is paid to the depositor is their main source of income. So there may be a question that what is the income of the bank. You can write this one. Okay, then this is what you can see through the pictures. Right, you keep money. Okay, the interest rate होता है. Right, banks provide loans and advances to industries. ये सारे लोगों को पैसा देता है. Right, तो ये बहुत सारे के लोन सिस्टम भी है. तो नेक्स्ट वी विल रीड मोर अबाउट क्रेडिट इन द नेक्स्ट लेसन. सो वेट ए मिनट, वी विल. सो हेलो गाइज, वेलकम बैक टू द क्लास अगेन. सो डियर फ्रेंड्स, आई वाज टीचिंग यू अबाउट द rule of money in exchanging goods and services, and thereafter we studied about the bank the loan activities of the banks, or how the bank earn different way, how the bank earn the money in different way by creating a difference between the interest rate of giving the depositors and to the borrowers, right? So this is what we discussed. Now it is about part 2. Here we will clearly discuss about more about the credit. So as I told you about, credit is something that when you are getting any sort of goods and services from the sources and on a condition to pay on a future debt, that is called credit. And as you can see here, it has been clearly defined here. When goods and services or money is received in exchange for a promise to pay a definite sum of money at a future date. So when you are getting any sort of services, any sort of money or any sort of goods on a promise that you will pay on future, आप तुरंत नहीं दे रहे, आप फ्यूचर में वो पैसा दे रहे हैं, तो उसको क्रेडिट कहा जाता है. और क्रेडिट का एक सिनोनिम्स क्या है ना, लोन है. क्या होता है ये, लोन है. तो क्रेडिट, ये भी एक आ सकता है क्वेश्चन. क्रेडिट इज डिराइव्ड फ्रॉम द लैटिन वर्ड क्रेडो मीनिंग आई बिलीव, राइट? सो दिस इज द थिंग you must have to understand. So here try to understand what is the role of credit, what is the two different kind of roles of credit by taking the examples of two different story. Festive season में देखो एक story है. In this case Salim obtains credit to meet the working capital needs of production. The working capital needs of production. The credit helps him to meet the ongoing expenses of production, complete production on time, and hereby increase his earning. In this situation, credit helps to increase earnings and therefore the person is better off than before. So here in this examples, what has happened? Now two examples have been given how credit can play two different kind of roles, how credit can be very very helpful, okay, and how credit can be a very very dangerous, or how it can ruin the people's life as well. So here Salim's story has given us an idea that how he has used properly the credit, what he had taken from the different traders or different people, and how he used it during the festive season in producing a number of shoes and sell them and earn a huge profit. And in the second case, what had happened? Now Swapna has to take loan from the money lenders. Okay, and when the problem arises, when she unable to repay the loan, when there will be any sort of crop failure. So she doesn't able to repay the loan, and she has to sell the land whatever she has. Credit, instead helping Swapna improve her earnings, left her worse off. This is an example of debt trap. Credit in this case pushes the borrower into a situation from which recovery is very painful. Whether credit would be useful or not depends on risks in the situation, whether there is some support or in case of loss. So this is the kind of example given that how credit can be helpful or how credit can be very very worse, okay, lead to a worsened situation. Again, terms of credit. So we know good number of things about credit, but what are the different terms used in the credit? So what are the different kind of condition? Terms का मतलब the different kind of condition to enable a credit, to get a credit, to able a credit. Every loan agreement specifies a rate of interest. Rate of interest is very very important. While you are going to bank, while you are approaching to any money lender, then they will talk about the rate of interest, okay, an extra money, okay, rent for the money. So we can say this rent for the money, that is called interest, rent for money, okay, if we try to understand it properly. So every loan agreement specifies an rate of interest which the borrower must have to pay to the lender along with the repayment of the principal, along with the base money, right, principal money. In addition, lender also demand collaterals against the loan. Collateral का मतलब something that you are having like some security like your property, bikes, okay, gold, etc. That is called collateral. So okay, it has been given again. Collateral is an asset that the borrower owns, such as land, building, vehicles, livestock, deposits with bank, and uses it एज ए गारंटी टू द लैंडर until द लोन इज रिपेड। अगर आप लोन रिपे नहीं कर पाओगे तो ये सारे वो सीज करके ले जाएगा। दिस इज कॉल्ड कोलेट्रल, ओके, ए काइंड ऑफ थिंग दैट यू विल प्रोड्यूस बिफोर द मनी लेंडर और बिफोर द बैंक। इंटरेस्ट रेट, कोलेट्रल एंड डॉक्यूमेंटेशन रिक्वायरमेंट एंड द मोड ऑफ रिपेमेंट टुगेदर इज कॉल्ड टर्म्स ऑफ क्रेडिट। और कैसे देना है आपको रिपेमेंट, द मोड ऑफ रिपेमेंट, आपको पैसे आपको कैश में देना है या EMI में देना है, ये कुछ कंडीशन वो बताया जाता है लोन लेने के टाइम। देन इम्पोर्टेंस ऑफ क्रेडिट, एज यू नो क्रेडिट प्ले वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट रोल इन एक्सेलरेटिंग द इकोनॉमी ऑफ ए पर्टिकुलर कंट्री। अगर हमें क्रेडिट बहुत ज़्यादा चाहिए, एक किसी भी कंट्री के इकोनॉमी को एक्सेलरेट करने के लिए, डेवलप करने के लिए हमें क्रेडिट चाहिए। अगर पैसा नहीं होगा तो लोग कैसे इन्वेस्टमेंट करेंगे। अगर स्वप्ना जैसे लोगों को अच्छा पैसा मिलेगा तो बहुत अच्छे से कर पाएंगे, ओके। उनके क्रॉप फेलियर हो जाता तो वो बर्बाद हो जाती है। और एट द सेम टाइम दी मनी लेंडर चार्जेस ह्यूज रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट और एक्सॉर्बिटेंट रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट, सो देयर लाइफ completely in ruined, okay. So credit is important. The formal sector meets only about half of the total credit needs of the rural areas. The remaining credit needs are met from the informal sources. Formal sources means the banks, okay, banks, different government organizations. These are called the what? The formal sources. Or informal sources means money lender, relative, friends, all they are called the informal sources. We will read more about all this. So it is important that formal credit is distributed more equally so that poor can benefit from the cheaper loans. Because it is provided by government, formal sources is provided by government, so people can easily get loan at a very low rate of interest, but that things is not existed in the rural areas, basically in the rural areas. So therefore it is necessary that banks and cooperative increase their lending, particularly in rural areas. वो लोग ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा लेंडिंग करना चाहिए, ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा उनको लोन देना चाहिए, सो दैट द डिपेंडेंस ऑन इनफॉर्मल सोर्सेज ऑफ क्रेडिट रिड्यूस। जितना ये रिड्यूस हो पाएगा, जितना ये कम होगा, उतना प्रॉफिट लोगों के पास पहुंच पाएगा। व्हाइल द फॉर्मल सेक्टर लोन्स नीड टू एक्सपांड, इट इज ऑल्सो नेसेसरी दैट एवरीवन रिसीव दिस लोन्स। तो ये फॉर्मल सोर्स कैसे ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा हो पाएगा, इसके ऊपर गवर्नमेंट ध्यान देना चाहिए। देन अबाउट सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रुप्स फॉर द पुअर, this is also another very good initiative for the poor household, that self help group must be created in the rural areas in order to provide credit to every household. सारे लोगों के पास कैसे लोन जा पाएगा, सारे लोगों के पास कैसे क्रेडिट पहुंच पाएगा, इसके ऊपर हम ध्यान देना चाहिए, गवर्नमेंट ध्यान देना चाहिए। कैसे ना, poor household still depend on informal source of credit because of the following reasons. Because main reasons are, banks are not present everywhere in rural India. Banks are not present everywhere in rural India. Even if banks are present, getting a loan from a bank is much more difficult, as it is requires proper documentation and collateral, which is not available before the poor household. उनके पास ना collateral रहता है, ना उनके ज़मीन के कागजात रहता है, तो इनको लोन नहीं मिल पाता और उनको मजबूर होकर कहाँ जाना पड़ता है, ना मनी लेंडर के पास जाना पड़ता है। इसलिए SHG ग्रुप जो आप सुने होंगे, ये इनिशिएटिव लिया गया है, जिसमें कि टू ओवरकम दिस प्रॉब्लम पीपल क्रिएटेड सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रुप्स। SHG आर स्मॉल ग्रुप्स ऑफ पुअर पीपल व्हिच प्रमोट स्मॉल सेविंग्स अमंग देयर मेंबर। वो क्या करते हैं, कुछ सेविंग्स वो इकट्ठा करते हैं और बैंक से लोन लेते हैं, और वही पैसा से वो अपने बहुत सारे ना बिजनेस करते हैं, या उनके कल्टीवेशन कर सकते हैं, या कुछ भी कर सकते हैं। ए टिपिकल SHG हैज 15 to 20 मेंबर्स, यूजुअली बिलोंगिंग टू वन नेबरहुड हु मीट एंड सेव रेगुलरली। तो ये SHG ग्रुप होता है, जो कि सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रुप होता है। वो आपस में फैमिली मेंबर कम्युनिटी मेंबर आपस में वो एक दूसरे को सपोर्ट करते हैं। तो ये SHG ग्रुप है, जैसे कि मैं आपको ये दिखा सकता हूँ। तो ये एडवांटेजेस ऑफ द SHG ग्रुप्स, व्हाट आर द डिफरेंट एडवांटेजेस ऑफ द SHG ग्रुप्स, इससे क्या फ़ायदा हो रहा है, देखो। इट हेल्प्स बोरोवर टू ओवरकम द प्रॉब्लम ऑफ लैक ऑफ कोलेट्रल्स। ये बिना कोलेट्रल से भी वो बैंक्स लोग इनको लोन दे देते हैं। पीपल कैन गेट टाइमली लोन्स फॉर ए वेराइटी ऑफ पर्पस एंड एट ए रीजनेबल रेट, अच्छे रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट में उनको मिल जाता है लोन। SHG आर बिल्डिंग ब्लॉक्स ऑफ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ऑफ रूरल इकोनॉमी, दे आर वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट इन बिल्डिंग द रूरल इकोनॉमी। गांव के इकोनॉमी में बढ़ावा देने में ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट रोल प्ले करेंगे। इट हेल्प्स वुमेन टू बिकम फिनेंशियली सेल्फ रिलियंट, सेल्फ रिलियंट का मतलब आत्मनिर्भरशील। The regular meetings of the group provide a platform to discuss and act on a variety of social issues such as health, nutrition, domestic violence. So they talk a good number of things besides the financial issues. So this is about the advantages of the self-help groups. So this much we had to study in the credit. So here we got to know that the credit must play a vital role in the accelerating of the growth of economy in the country. So therefore the formal sector like banks, cooperatives, okay, the government should take a lot of initiatives in order to provide loans in large extent for the acceleration of the economy of the country. To provide a lot of facilities to the poor household is very very important for a stable economy in the country. So here in this chapter we finally understood that how it is important the role of money in exchanging the goods and services, how it eliminates the problem of double coincidence what was happening in the ancient time, and at the same time we also studied and knew good number of things about credit. What is credit, what are the different terms of credit like rate of interest, collaterals, like documentations, all these are the terms of credit. Then we knew about formal and informal sources of credit, फॉर्मल्स एंड इनफॉर्मल सोर्सेस ऑफ क्रेडिट के बारे में जाने कि फॉर्मल सोर्सेस बहुत अच्छा होता है, इनफॉर्मल सोर्सेस में ज़्यादा रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट होता है। तो ये सारे हम कर सकते हैं और इसमें हम देखें कि कैसे फॉर्मल सोर्सेस ऑफ क्रेडिट को बढ़ावा देना चाहिए ताकि लोगों के पास बहुत ज़्यादा बेनिफिट पहुंच पाएगा और देश की डेवलपमेंट हो पाएगा। ओके, एंड इकोनॉमिकल डेवलपमेंट कैन बी एक्सेलरेट थ्रू द फॉर्मल सोर्स ऑफ credit. So with this we completed the lesson. Hope the lesson is very very helpful for you. Thank you so much, and if you like this lesson please do like, subscribe and comment, and whatever any sort of problem is there you can put your query below the comment box. Thank you so much.